Now Buddhaya, welcome and welcome back to another video. From today's video, we're going to discuss about the approach of non-violence in Buddhism. Now, how Buddha approaches the non-violence is in a most skillful way. Now, we all know that almost all the religion speaks about non-violence. And how Buddha approaches the non-violence is in a more different way. The Buddha says that to see from the perspective of the other person, put yourself from to the perspective of the other person and think that if I were to go through such an experience, if I were to go through such an experience in my life, how would I feel? By thinking about this, you should let go of the anger, let go of the rudeness, let go of the violence. That is the Buddha's explanation of practicing the non-violence. The Buddha says, Attanang upamang katva nahaneyana ghate. First of all, put yourself into the perspective of the other person and think, if I were to say it like this, if I went through this kind of experience, if I'm going to be rude to someone, if I'm going to be violent to someone, but if I became the victim, how would I feel? And when you think about that, when you think about from that perspective, you know that you don't like this violence. You don't like someone become violent to you or rude to you or mean to you. And when you understand this, the Buddha says that by understanding that that is the pain that every other person will go through in their life, if I do the same thing to them, then I don't want to do that. That is how we let go of the anger. The Buddha says that anger doesn't resolve anything. There is not a single problem that is solved through anger. People all over the world try to solve problem through revenge. Look at the world. Look at the wars that are currently going on in this world. What happens? We're trying to take revenge on each one of us, on each other. And finally, no one solves the problem, but only the innocent lives will be destroyed. There's a beautiful saying that I read in the book of Art of War. It says that the destroyed buildings can be built up again, right? The friends who became enemies will become friends again. And the destroyed cities can build up again. But you cannot bring back a dead person back to life. So understand that war is not good for any kind of nation, any kind of country, any kind of people. So that we have to understand that violence doesn't solve anything in this world. It creates only the loops of anger. Now, by loops of anger, what I mean is that, let's say one party, let's say one country is attacking another country. Okay, you see this in Iran and Israel, right? You see this in Ukraine and Russia in this world. Let's say one country is attacking another country, right? Let's say you see this in almost all the wars, right? One country is attacking another country. What happens? They come and kill these people, okay? And there are people who are very close to them. And the people who got killed, there are the other people who are very close to them. What happens to them? They become angry. They build up the hate inside them. They swear to take revenge on the other party. So what do? They go and kill the other people. And then what happens? There are close relatives and close people to them as well. And they swear to take revenge again. And they come back and they kill again. So this will never end. So that is why anger creates nothing but the destruction, the destroying of this world, right? But only through letting go, only through forgiving that we can solve a problem, okay? That is why we have to be brave enough to let go and forgive, even though it is difficult. I know to say to let go is easy. I know that to say that forgive is easy, but to do, it is difficult. It is hard. It is hard for me. It is hard for you. It is hard for everyone. That is the truth. But even though it is difficult, it is hard, it is painful, we have to do that if we need to stop the problem continuing, right? That is why The Buddha said that put yourself in the perspective of the other person and think that if I were to go through such a situation, how would I feel? How much pain that I will go through? How much I will suffer? And then the Buddha says, let go of that anger. Let go of the hatred. On the day you let go of the hatred, on the day that you let go of that anger, it will never create a loop of anger, which will destroy the future generations. You're the one, if you take the choice to stop it, you are the one is not letting your future generations to be destroyed. So even though I know forgiving, letting go is not easy, even though it is difficult, it is hard, it is painful, we have to do it. And that is how we stop the anger. And that is the approach in Buddhism about the non-violence. So keep this little reminder in your mind and be happy. Namo Buddhaya.